This is Brian Scott Mangano, PhD, Nah. So anyway, I am Doctor. Hello, I am Doctor Brian Scott Mangano of Harvard University, the astrophysics department. I was Ivy League valedictorian. I was the I was the most memorable. I was the most memorable valedictorian of my prestigious class of my very prestigious class in Harvard. That was also Harvard class of '78, astrophysics department. Yes. So anyway, I'm here to talk to you about my own hypothesis that I have created on why, when I use certain psychostimulant narcotics, fuck it, why does it seem? I wanted to address why it seems like anytime I experimented with methamphetamines and amphetamines, which are also known as smart drugs, or not so much smart drugs, but also, okay, they probably are smart drugs, but there's a term that this doctor, okay, I'm lying. But anyway, I have this, I'm a regular person, human being. I'm a method, Anyway, I have this proposed self-created hypothesis that I just came up with 2 minutes ago. Actually, like 20 minutes ago, just a little bit of, random sporadic definition lookups and stuff like that. But anyway, I had this really interesting hypothesis that I just came up with for why I feel like the experimental recreational intake of classic psychostimulants such as the amphetamines and the methamphetamines, or the phenethylamines and all that. But I have this theory: why do these drugs like speed, called speed generally, which is just this fast clicking, precise, pinpoint, aggressive, and also not only aggressive, but dominant and irrepressible volume. Okay, so anyway, I had this really good theory, my own personal theory, but it's also probably a fact already that I haven't looked up, of why when I do speed, it makes me feel like a genius, or just a lot smarter, or a huge increase in my IQ to probably genius proportions. But here's the thing: there is no mind-altering substance or illicit narcotic that has the ability to add IQ points or add cognitive brain function power to the human brain. What I'm saying is, no drug is actually going to increase your IQ as a first directive. What I'm saying is, what I found in just a little bit of accidental research is that it doesn't make you smarter so much as it has the ability, in my opinion, to greatly increase the brain's cognitive memory capacities to a level of pretty much what a genius would be able to retain and memorize. But the fact is, you're not actually creating new material or new intellect or knowledge. You're actually accessing, searching, looking up, and you're basically categorizing. You basically go through a whole categorized array of all different types and series of memories from your whole history of your cognitive memory. Now, when you do this, I believe, I do not have an accent either. I believe that for some reason, whatever receptors and neurons and axons and whatever brain stuff, it lights up. Whatever brain stuff it lights up is responsible for this. What I, in my heart of hearts, intend to believe is a huge increase of your brain's overall cognitive memory. Which means when I feel like I'm intelligent right now, like smarter, the fact of the matter is, I didn't actually learn new knowledge. What I did was I accessed old knowledge. But the thing is, some of those accessed, enhanced, and recreated or restructured or even rebirthed examples of the bullet points of my cognitive memory function are just right there. You don't even have to look. You see, it's like your cognitive memory is powered up so much that you could see a single word, think of a single word. You could either see a single word, think of a single phrase, or just you could think of something, and you might catch that one word or that one definition that you know in there. It's like this. You could look at, let's say, the anatomy of a cell, right? Something we probably learned in elementary school, I would suppose, maybe middle school as well. But what I'm saying is, basically, whatever fact or bit of knowledge or bit of anything, intellect, or bit of just random facts indeed, or just memories from school lessons or lectures that teachers gave us 20 years ago, they all just popped out. Meaning there is no, no more accent. Meaning this, there is no need to search. Think of it like this. Instead of now having, think of it like this. Your brain on its average natural organic brain chemicals, right? Your brain's natural amount of organically, naturally producing, chemicals. Chemicals. Okay, basically this. Your brain already comes with its own manufacturing process and plant that will over the years just create memory. Just over the years will create so many different things, so many different regions, so many different, like when you get to the neurochemistry of it, the molecular structure, the neuro atomized matter, when you get to the microscopic neurochemistry of this, for whatever reason, it's like anything you've ever heard in your life, or even anything you've ever heard in your life, read in your life, got taught to by a teacher in your life, anything, or just got a simple fun fact from some random douchebag friend of yours, anything you heard, I believe it does have a stapled pinpoint spot that is permanently assessed in your brain. That is probably the size of, I would say it's probably the size of an atom itself. Now think of every one of those little tiny microscopic molecular bullet points being memories. Well, I believe your brain has the ability to prioritize, categorize, keep in terms of potential and realistic life-made applications to greater problems. So basically, I believe your brain has this inner filing cabinet system, like the Dewey Decimal System of your old school libraries. I believe your brain has something similar to this, and depending on what piece of fact or knowledge you keep reiterating, reloading, revisiting, or just relearn in general, whatever ones you access the most or use in any variation or form or another the most, those are probably going to be the most prominent ones, the most highlighted ones, and the easiest ones to access. So more or less, your brain is almost like just a regular shitty dial-up modem internet connection. But then when you take something like this, it lights it up, everything, every part of it. It just upgrades it to like, Wi-Fi, high-speed, 5G, gigabyte internet connection. So all of a sudden, you went from this slow, dial-up modem noise, you went from that to, and there you go. So basically, anything that you think of or see, or anything that might even spark the slightest hint of a memory of a fact is accessible within 1 second compared to accessible in 1 minute, or maybe even longer. So more or less, that is my theory. I didn't research it yet, so I'm sure it's not a theory that is new. There might already be another variation on it or another owner of it. But this is my own personal assessment of what happens when the brain does this. And I'm not going to call this a magical substance. I'm going to call this accidental man-made marvel of science. I would say it was an accidental. I would say this was probably created more or less of an accidental nature than an imposed intentional directive action. I would say this was almost accidentally stumbled across by, whatever fucking chemists there were in Japan in 1919 or whatever. I forget what year exactly this was first synthesized, but I know it was by probably some type of organic chemist or biochemist, top of his class in Japan or something. But anyway, it was synthesized, and it was experimented with, and it was probably studied very thoroughly, and it definitely had the potential and ability to almost enhance certain qualities of human function. It would enhance certain qualities of human function, existence, and resilience to near almost unrealistic, like magical superhero almost like superhero powers. But what I'm saying is, you won't get like superhuman strength or, a bullet will just bounce off you. You might get the superpower of memory reuptake, of random cognitive memory reuptake, or random cognitive memory file memory uploads. So that is my own personal theory. That is my own personal theory. Like and subscribe if you think I made a good point here, or if you like my style and you like the fact that I'm a little cranked out and I'm just going on a science lecture. So please, like, I want you to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and say you are a genius to Mr. Brian S. Mangano. And all that other shit was lies. I'm only a fucking I'm only a solar panel installation technician, more or less. I don't even fucking have to use multiplication in my job. So fuck all that calculus. Have a good day.